For the first time, how much time it took?
More than 2 months.
More than 2 months. Next revision, how much time it took?
Around 1 month.
1 month. So in the first time it took 2 months. In this first revision it took only 1 month. Now if I will go through that book, I will take only 8 hours to complete whole, because I have read that book more than 20 times. And again, if I go through that book, I will find that I didn't know about this thing. So the only thing is you have to continuously revise. And the revision part will only come when you will give tests for the prelims. Because until you don't give test, you will not know what thing you are lacking. So I guess weekends are coming in Assam because of Bihu.
Yes.
So take out 2 hours, 3 hours daily. How many mock tests you have given till date? 6. In that 3, 4, sir, there are holidays in China.
They will have holidays for
They will
2
have
2 to 3 days
2,
max.
3 days.
Just
So-
after holiday, they will have their test.
So 2, 3 days, enjoy to the fullest, but take 2 hours daily. Just analyze all these 6 papers you have done. There you will know what you are lacking, because competition is actually opportunity, not a threat. Because it is an opportunity, because if you think there is a competition, you will push your brain to study more. Okay. So in these 3, 4 days, you can analyze what you are lacking. Next, like today is 6th. See, this was my strategy. It might not work with all, but like I am staying with candidates, like most of us went to Lavasna. There 600 people were there who were selected. Out of that, 60, 70, 80% were having the same strategy or similar strategies. Like today you have given this exam, 6th, you do the analysis religiously, put that paper aside. After 1 month, like 6th of February, again take out that paper. Go through all that questions. What it will do is, it will push all the material to your subconscious mind. You might think that what the hell I am doing, but it is the cognitive ability of your brain that if you will go through again, it will put all the material to your subconscious mind. And when in the final exam, you will be going through the question paper, sometime it may strike that this was similar question I have read. Because this is the strategy I am using, and by God's grace I have been given 6 prelims and I have qualified in all the 6 prelims. And qualified, I have given 3 forest also and 3 forest prelims also I have qualified. So this is the strategy I have been following. Continuously revision is the only way. And like if you are seeing that questions are coming, and along with that go through the previous year questions also. Like if you are feeling that the subject which sir is teaching, like Gaurav sir has taught you history, and you are going through the previous APSC exam or UPSC exam, and you see that these things on which questions have come, sir has not taught us. You can give him the feedback also. So he will make you sit together and he will work with you. So it will be beneficially both ways. You will also benefit, he will also benefit. So you can do that also. Next is, prelims is not the end game. Like I have cleared prelims 6 times, who will remembers? Until I had not cleared the IFoS exam. Who remembers prelims? It's useless. Actually it's useless. It is not even a bag of failure which you can wear. It is actually useless. You can just show to the society I have cleared prelims, but what will you do with that? So next very important stage is mains. And in many institutes, there is a myth circulated that mains and prelims and interviews totally different things. One is from Mars, one is from Venus, and one is from Moon. It is not like that. If you are preparing for prelims, you are preparing for mains, and if you are preparing for mains, you are preparing for interview, and you are preparing for prelims. because syllabus is same. How can things differentiate? It is the strategy which has to change. Like, done with prelims. Any questions? Yes.
Sir, are you saying solving the question paper again? You said
Yes.
solving it again.
Yes. That same paper you solve it again. What it does is it consolidates things in your brain. Like suppose there is a question coming. I don't know about the exact pattern of APSC, but in the UPSC, a question comes. Nameli, Orang, Kaziranga, Raimona. These are tiger reserves or national parks in Assam. Arrange them from east to west. Okay, I'm taking basic example because I'm in Assam. So actually, this similar question was asked by UPSC.
Similar kind of questions in APSC as well.
Similar kind of questions come in APSC. So similar question might be coming in your mock test also. So what will happen? First time when you gave this paper, na, you might not be doing this thing, or you might not have dedicatedly studied this thing. So you will either not attempt this question, or you might attempt it, or it might go wrong. So finished, you will analyze that this is the way I made it wrong, or this is what I should have done. Next time when you will open this same exam now, your brain will automatically says you have read this somewhere. So it is just consolidating knowledge. Your brain will automatically consolidate. This is what AI is totally based on. If you see ChatGPT, how many of you are using ChatGPT? Using for good work? Sure. No? Use it for your exam preparation. It's very good tool. It will complement your studies. So it's like patterns are getting developed in your brains. You will not know. Automatically it will develop. So whenever that next question, see next time in sorry. If a question comes on Nameri, your brain will strike that something similar I have read. It might not be the same, but similar. From there, what is the advantage in prelims is you have 4 options. You need not know everything. Even if you are close, you can attempt the question right. For that thing, I am saying continuously revise, continuously attempt the papers, go through the test series again and again. It will consolidate your knowledge and it will develop your pattern of marking the right answers. That problem of this versus this versus this will get reduced because even if you studied each and everything in your books on ChatGPT, on the Google, UPSC and APSC will come up with a question which you have never read. There you need to work on smart guesswork. It will only come if you go through this because it will develop a pattern. So anything more with prelims? Done with prelims? So next comes is the main part, mains. Mains, the best strategies, like I was discussing with Prashant sir. So what he is doing is he is teaching political science optional here. So he is making you write. He is giving you one question, I guess, and you have to write daily. So in the mains, like if Gaurav sir has taught you today ancient history, it will not directly come in your mains. Sir, the syllabus is same?
Syllabus is same, sir.
Same?
Just in APSC, they do not have optional paper.
Okay.
Otherwise, GS syllabus is same.
So ancient may not come directly, but it will come like in Gupta's period tell us the art. So how can it be different from prelims? But because you have read that in prelims. So in mains, dedicatedly write answers. Because either way, if you are giving UPSC or you are not giving UPSC, but you are giving APSC, so you have to write answers. So focus on that also. Don't leave it for the end. It will not yield results. Because I had made that mistake. In my first attempt, I had just focused on prelims. So I cleared prelims, now what to do? And no teacher can save you in that 3 months period. They are also getting 3 months period, sir? So no teacher can save you in that one period. Only if you have studied under the guidance of a teacher, he can direct you what to do. Because in a big ocean of knowledge, you have to take out buckets during mains, and in that only teacher can help you. Even I have taken help of various teachers, but I have not gone to Delhi, so need not worry that you must go to Delhi for preparation or all that. So throw that idea out of your mind and study. And anything related to mains, you have queries. He's the smartest guy in the batch.
Expected from him. His elder brother is also our student.
Okay, good. Any doubt on mains? No doubt. Anyone else have given mains apart from that last lady? You have given mains. So you have cleared mains, all three of you. So what problem did you face?
I faced with my essay marks.
Okay.
So essay was the main deciding factor.
Last attempt you gave. And you?
So previously.
Previous year. So what was the issue you faced?
So the same problem, the prelims, after prelim I started preparing, so it was, I could not find the answer.
Okay. And you?
Same means lots of information, and at the same time I could means put the so many things in the same answer. I used to put the same thing and lot of information, so the answer of this one the same.
Okay. So, like she is saying, she knew about lot of things and she put all that information. So, what if I am making a paneer burji, but if I add fish, egg, everything, it will be a disaster. So, you have added everything good, but it's not worth it. So, here again comes the role of teachers. Like if you are writing names answers here or anywhere, like you have written names answer, you discuss it with the teachers. Sir, I have written this thing. You do the analysis because in my I have given two UPSC interviews of the CSE also, and next month I will be giving my third interview. So the first two attempts, what problem I faced, I was giving the mains test series, but the checker who checked the copy, they were students like me only. So they gave me inflated marks, bad reviews, and I was overconfident that I knew everything. I am getting good marks and this is this thing, so I will get through. But unfortunately, when the result came, I got only 82 marks in my essay. I am telling you this because I might have hidden this fact from you because it's very difficult to tell the failures because everyone is telling the success stories. But I failed. I got only 82 marks in essay and they were very bad marks. But next time what I did, I approached a good teacher. I asked him to review my essays, that what mistake I was making. So he told me that, and in that same essays, some good coaching institutes in Delhi, their teachers have given me, basically they were not teachers, they were students only who were copying, checking copies, they have given me 130 plus marks. So I went to that main teacher, faculty, I asked him what is the problem. He said that you should get less than 70 marks. Because your flow is not there in the essay. You are just dumping the information. You are just putting the examples, but context is missing, flow is missing. So there teachers come. So you should rely on teachers. And next best thing I have seen is how many of you are here in one batch? Strength of one batch. 50. Actually, it's best thing students can get. If you have studied in governance, what all the big commissions like Radha Pali Commission was there for education, Kothari Commission, What they are saying is to have a small teacher to student ratio. So here it is a blessing in disguise for you that your batch strength are small and your teachers are well trained. So you can directly approach him. Don't ever hesitate disturbing your teachers. Never ever think they are there for you only. If you succeed, they succeed. If you fail, they fail. It's directly proportional. Nothing inverse, nothing less, nothing big. Your success is their success, and your failure is their failure, and they cannot bear that bag of failure. So approach your teachers, disturb them as much as you want, and I think I have already taken much of your time. The last thing I want to say to you is be consistent. Be consistent. Like your holidays are coming, your only target should be APSC. Bihu will come next year also. And if Bihu comes when you are selected candidate, whole society will come to your home to celebrate.
More sweet and spicy.
Yes. See, so your like what I did in 2021st attempt, my brother's marriage was there. I didn't go to his marriage. It's not like that I was not having money or that. I was already working in a job. I was well paying. I was in a well paying job. I was with Government of India PSU. I didn't go to his marriage and he told me, why didn't you come? I just made an excuse that they are not giving me leave. But the reason was like, if I stop my study for 3 days, it will ensure that I don't study for 1 or 2 weeks. Because if for routine breaks, it will take 1 week to again get back to that thing. So hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Enjoy your things very much, but continuously study. Even if you don't want to study for a whole day, study for half a day. But study. If you don't want to study for a half a day, study for an hour. But don't leave your books. Because only books can rescue you, only your teachers can rescue you, nothing else will help you. And one more important thing is don't study many subjects on a daily basis. Take 1 or 2 subjects, get through that, then take a new subject. It will ensure that you get crisp knowledge of that subject to an extent. Then continuously cycling should be there. If you take example of cycle, it will move until you pedal. If you stop pedaling, it will fall. Preparation is like that only. If you are pedaling it, revising it, you will succeed. If you stop, you will fail. No one can save you. That thing done. Any doubts you have, any questions you want to ask regarding my service? Actually, I'm a failure. I'm not a success. Because many toppers or teachers will portray you like that they are success. I am success after failures, like 6 failures. So don't worry about failures. Dream big. If you anyone who lacks motivation should read, apart from your favorite sir, who is your motivator, you should read book on APJ Abdul Kalam, Wings of Fire. That is the best thing a student can get for motivation. And how many of you rely on Instagram Reels or YouTube Reels for motivation?
All of them.
Tell me. It's a normal interaction. Yeah? You can see me as your big brother, elder brother, as your friend, anything. How many of you rely on that motivation? You can be very frank. Actually, I also use that. You rely? How many of you rely? Be truthful. Actually, in your interviews, they will judge only your integrity and truthfulness. Even if you don't know anything, in the forest interview which I gave in 2023, I didn't know more than 50% questions they were asking me. My only answer was I don't know. I got 210 marks. One of the best marks. And in the previous interview, when they were asking me, and I was like, sir, I will think, they got me 155 marks. So, integrity and being honest to your own self is the first virtue that will make you succeed. So, you use how many? I think 90% will use. They are using now. Don't use it. Actually, it's creating more problem for your mind. It will give you short dopamine. It will make you elated. After that, it crashes, and you then feel demotivated. Like if you are at this level, you will watch a motivation video. There are many teachers in Delhi. They are doing only that thing. They are selling only motivation. They are not selling education. They are selling motivation. That 30-second, 50-second reel will take you here. When that dopamine gets low, you go here. And slowly, this marathon which I was telling you of this preparation, you will become most underconfident person in your life if you are not truthful to yourself. Be truthful to yourself, be dedicated, and the most important virtue I find missing is courage. Dedication will also come. Courage is missing. Only this guy has courage. So courage is very important thing. Like all of you are courageous because you are sitting here. You have taken one of the most toughest decision to prepare for this exam because there are many short ways of earning money. Like I was working in prior to Coal India Limited, I was working with Volvo. They were offering me more than 2 lakhs per month. I left that job. I went to a government PSU. They were offering me more than 1,30,000 per month, along with residence, everything. I was not satisfied there. My courage pushed me go for UPSC preparation. Now I'm working for less than half of my salary which my Coal India was giving. But I'm satisfied. I'm happy. So what pushed me? It was not my dedication. It was my courage. So courage inside me convinced me that leave aside this money making thing. There are many ways of making money. I don't disrespect any service. Every service is important. Even a cobbler is doing an important service. Even a barber is doing important. I myself come from an agricultural farming background, where my father still works in his field daily. I told him to leave that profession, that comes get settled with me. He says I'm comfortable. This is my work which I have been doing. So every work is important, but it is the courage and the only education that can make you reach here. So have courage, disturb your teachers, revise, be consistent. Everyone I request go to your room, do the SWOT analysis because every strength of you can become a weakness and every weakness can become a strength. Like a person, like he might be a very intelligent person, but if he is not studying, this intelligence becomes his biggest weakness. But if a person is weak, like he has low learning capacity, but if he is very hardworking, that hardworking nature of him will make his weakness actually an opportunity and strength for him because he will become very hardworking person because he knows that to overcome his mental abilities he has to hard work. So do your SWOT analysis, disturb your teachers. Take example of Prashant sir, Gaurav sir. See, a very basic example of Gaurav sir can be taken. He is a pass out from IIM.
First from RTU, then leadership lessons from IIM.
He's from a pass out from IIM. Okay, he's done diploma or course anything. Even if he goes to the job market today now, he will get multiple times money which he might be getting here. But can anyone think why he is sitting here? It's his passion. He loves teaching. And if you're not exploiting a person who is doing his best here, you are at loss. he will get more opportunities also. Many teachers or big institutes might call him, or they might have always called him because in today's world everyone is connected. So exploit him to the maximum potential of yours. Exploit him. Few years which he have left, get it removed. Prashant sir is having some years left, get him, make him bald. Pressurize them. Actually, if you see example of, take example of anyone, any god, you need a guru to succeed. You cannot succeed without them. That guru can be your inner calling if you are so courageous, dedicated, self-aware. If you are not that dedicated, self-aware, your actual teachers can be your guru. And what you want is at the end of the day a service, and be very practical in your life. Don't become philosophical. No one pays attention to a philosopher. People who are studying political science. How many of you are studying political science? Raise your hand. You are studying political science now? You are studying Plato, Aristotle only for passing the exam. You are least interested in what he told you. So just remember, no one is interested in a philosopher. Study. Don't engage with people in all that chit chat that this is the material I am reading, this is the material I am reading. Focus. Trust your teachers. If you think that you have given your 100% and the results are not coming, ask your teachers where I am going wrong or where they are faulty. Consult with them, and this is what I have to say. So, if any questions you have, you can ask me, and you can take my numbers, or sir can provide you my number. We can be in touch, and you need not search about that motivation videos. Sir is there. Okay. Sir, anything you want to like to add?
Online students have some questions.
Okay.
Let me read it.
Sir, I have one.
Till then, I can take your question.
Okay, sir, I have two questions. First is, sir, I wanted to know about your job profile, like what IFoS is.
Okay.
And the second question is, so definitely when this is a long process, since you said it's a marathon, so there might be a time coming up that you had a self-doubt in you कि होगा कि नहीं करूँ इतना बड़ा जर्नी है मेरे से होगा कि नहीं ये चीज हमेशा आती है every day it comes, so how can we overcome this thing, because this is one thing that is always stopping us कि इतना बड़ा जर्नी है मैं कर पाऊंगी कि नहीं मेरे से होगा कि नहीं, that is stopping us, and how can we overcome it?
Okay, I will answer your second question first. So this is the problem which every aspirant faces, be it in the UPSC, be it in the APSC, or be it a banking exam or any other exam. So when we fail, shortly they have given the verdict that we had some problems with us. We didn't study, but in that journey from starting to success or failure, there is a sine wave which is continuously going on. Pardon me for my handwriting. So your whole journey of preparation is like this wave. Those who have non-medical or have done engineering, they might be knowing this is sine curve. This is the decision which you took to start preparing for the exam, and this is the final outcome. There are only two things: either you succeed or you fail. There is no in between. The day you start, you are very motivated. You buy new books. Gradually, in a few days, you reach your maximum potential. You are like studying for 12 hours a day, 15 hours a day, and you are very motivated. And imagine you give a mock test and you get very low marks. And whole motivation crashes. You reach here. You become neutral. Few days passes. Your thoughts of failure will overcome your chances of success in your thought process. You will feel underconfident. You will be like, it's not made for me, I should quit. Everyone goes through this phase. Here, what you need to do is you need to remember why you started. Because for every dream, there is a starting point that might be a push point why you started to dream. Like, you only tell me why you started preparing for exam. For this exam specifically.
Okay.
You are engineer now?
Yes.
Yes.
Sense.
Very formally, what you want to say, you say.
Okay.
Sit down.
So actually, I was trying for defense forces,
Okay.
so I got merit out from
Okay.
Indian Navy and as an IT executive officer.
Okay.
So, but my personality is something that is not suiting in other fields.
Okay.
So it is something which is matching with the civil service. So that's why I started. And जैसे आपने कहा ना सेटिस्फेक्शन आप वो मुझे यहीं पे मिल रहा है मिलेगा तो इसीलिए आई एम
So, first of all, claps for her. And next, the very important thing she said is satisfaction, but it is not a satisfaction which has pushed you here. It is the failure in that exam which has pushed you to excel more than that exam. So, when you feel low or you get low marks, just remember that failure in your life and remember that you cannot settle for low. That will be your biggest motivation. Like in 2021, I was studying like 6 to 7 hours a day because I was a regular employee. I was working in coal mines. So I gave everything I could have given. Still, I failed in mains exam. That day, I got shattered. Like, I will not give this exam, blah 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 blah. I threw every book and I burned down my notes that I will not study. Because studying in this exam is a vicious loop. You cannot come out of it easily. So I burnt everything that I will not give this exam again. But after 2 3 days, I thought rationally. Then why did you start? Because there is a saying now, you haven't come this far only to reach here. You have started to reach somewhere here. So why you stop? So just remember that thing. I can tell you a very small story just related to Mount Everest only. One of our seniors from IFoS, and now you can take the clue what IFoS officers are doing. In 2015, can anyone remember what happened in Indian subcontinent? You're all reading GS. You don't know. Nepal earthquake came. Okay. That same Chinese side, Nepal side. This is summit 1. This is peak. This is Mount Everest. 2009 batch IFS officer from Karnataka. He was on a mission to climb Mount Everest in 2015. He was preparing for that since 2012 because you cannot reach peak on only one go. So reaching here is itself a marathon and exam is also a marathon. So after 15 days, he was at its summit, somewhat 5,000 plus kilometers. There about 6,000 kilometers he was there. Suddenly what happened? Earthquake struck, snow avalanche came. He was deep inside that snow and he was rescued. One of his member died. He was rescued after 3 days of the incident. His leg was broken, left leg was broken, right leg's ankle was broken. He was completely unable to walk. He was flown away from Nepal to India. He was admitted in Kokila Hospital, I guess, in Mumbai. There, he narrated his story to us just few months ago in December only. he was admitted there. He was having nightmares that he would have died. But on the day when he was relieved from the hospital, he was not able to properly walk. But what he thought that he started this journey not to come here. He wanted to reach the peak. He motivated himself, and 2016 he planned that he will go from Chinese side. Either he will survive or he will die, but he don't want to stay at this place. Because here if you fall, it's fatal. Here the chances of success or surviving are more high. He thought that he will go from the Chinese side. That guy started and he reached the peak. The essence is either you die as a hero or you become nothing. So you have to fight. Failures are there only to disturb you. अपने उपनिषद या पुराने हिंदू माइथोलॉजी में भी देखोगे तो अप्सराएं आती थी ना गुरुओं को तंग करने या कुछ कुछ षड्यंत्र रचे जाते थे ना तंग करने के लिए तो failures are just like that. They are distractions. Don't get demotivated by them. I am the biggest person standing. I failed in. I failed in everything. Apart from prelims, I failed in everything. I gave my SSB in 2012 for the ASPIRANT. After clearing NDA, I was into Dehradun board. I was medical out because my thumb was not working properly. So I was medically out. I was hurted. And see the destiny of life. The place from where I was thrown out, I again went to that place for the weapons training for my Indian Forest Service. So you continuously work hard, destiny have everything for you. So don't worry about motivation, it will come. Just don't get distracted by your failures. Hope I have given you satisfactory answer. And Indian Forest Service, if you want to see, it is a similar process of CSC, like the civil services examination. Prelims is common. For the mains, we have two optional subjects which only people from technical or science background can give. That is the only restriction we have. So you need to learn two optionals. It can be either science based or engineering based, and you have one GS paper in which the syllabus for all four GS comes apart from leaving aside ethics and one essay is there. And after selection, you go for training to Lavasana for 3 months. Then there is a training of 16.5 months in our academy IGNFA. 4 months on-job training, like I am doing. I have been allocated a SAM cadre. I will be posted as Assistant Conservator of Forest. You might have heard about the rangers and the SDOs. So for the first 2 months, I will be my ranger. Then I will proceed to DCF, which all of you know as DFO. We have to continue as DFO for 13 years. Then we go for the Conservator of Forest, CF, then CCF, then APCCF, then PCCF and HOF. So, like after 17 years or 18 years of our service, so the beauty of our service is we are not restricted to forest service. Like after 5 years, I can go to any other department of Assam government. And after 9 years of my service in Assam, I can go to any department in central government also. So for the various directorship and for after completion of 17 years, I can go for the joint secretary also. So this is the proceeding and it's a very good service. Those who want to prepare for UPSC, I must say if you are having your background in sciences, you must opt for IFoS also. It is a very good service. It gives you similar opportunity like the other and it is less hectic of a job. So you can proceed with this also.
A few questions like how did you manage a study and job, as many of them they are working. Few answer writing tips and your book list.
Okay. So coming with the first question that how I managed time, like my job was field job. So I was an excavation engineer. My job was to maintain heavy earth equipments, earth moving equipments. Like you have seen the JCBs. My excavators were like in that one bucket, 6 to 7 JCBs might come. So it was a heavy task. So I was managing them. So there was no fixed time for my work. Like from 6 in the morning till 9 or even 2 because machines don't do the timing. So what we have to do is like I was having one holiday per week, so I used to complete my syllabus in that. And apart from that, during the work hours, I used to complete my newspapers. Newspapers, and I forgot to tell you, newspapers are very important. They are very, very, very important. Most of the people skip them just for saving 2 hours or 1.5 hours of their day, but it will cost you 2 years of your life if you don't study newspapers. So I used to study newspaper in that, and what I did, I used to get the recorded lectures in my phone, and I used to listen during my work hours because my working was mostly in the field where I had to instruct the foreman or the in charges how to do the work. So I used to manage like that. And during my like prelims exam, I would take 10 days of leave, and after clearing of prelims, I would take duties on the night shift so that I could have full day to study. And before 15 to 20 days or 1 month, if my boss allowed, I would take a 1 month leave so that I could build ample time. So hope it gives the right answer. And next for the answer writing, as I told that you like, if suppose today sir has taught you about if we take very basic example of internal security, that how Naxalism is affecting India, or how Northeast is impacted by the militancy. If this topic has been taught to you, what you do is you go through that topic, go through the previous year questions which have come. You take the questions, like if a question comes, Naxalism is on decline in India, but still it poses a threat to the Indian security. So what you do is you write whatever you know. Like it should start with Naxalism is this. If you have some data, it is very good to use data. It gives substantial and substantive value to your answers. Teachers know that he knows what he is writing. So use that data. Then go with the body, write how it has declined, how the government is using various policies, how it is still a problem, and go with the conclusion. This you can write, but now what can come handy is go and tell this answer to your teacher, because a person cannot be a judge in his own case. Just like that, you cannot judge your own answers because you know only that much information. You will judge your answer by that information only. So you go to your teacher. He will tell you that this mistake you have made, you correct it and rectify it. Then again write the answers. Gradually, if you write daily, it will refine your answers. Because I remember when I wrote first answer, it took me 30 minutes to write one answer, and still I wrote the first answer I have written. So the tip to answer writing is start writing. Because until we don't start, we cannot write a perfect answer. So we have to start writing, then only we can improve. And for that, like Prashant sir is giving daily question answer on political science, I guess. So you can request your teachers that if possible, they can also give you daily questions on your subjects like polity, history, whichever you are interested. That's why I'm saying exploit your teachers. This is the best opportunity of having a small batch. Exploit, because you can directly approach him. Like in Delhi, there is one teacher and there are more than 800 students sitting. You cannot approach your teachers, so it's useless. But here you can have a direct personal touch with your teachers and use them. And one more thing is go through the previous year's question for the mains answer writing. That will give you clue what you need to study for mains, and how you need to study, and how you need to get your answers evaluated, because that way only you can improve your marks. Hope I answer your queries. And sir, next question.
Your book list, they were asking.
Book list. For polity, I studied Lakshmikant, but over the years, I feel Lakshmikant is not sufficient. From if you see the trend from 2022 onwards in the UPSC specifically, I am not aware about the APSC, because in UPSC they are asking connected questions which are way above the what Lakshmikant is teaching. So you need to go through good material. You can refer to Ashirwad sir book also, and along with that, go through the editorials which are coming in the newspaper. You can go through Hindu or you can go through Indian Express. That would complement your answering skills both in the prelims and for the mains. For history, I studied Spectrum by, I'm not aware of the full name. but I
Rajiv
studied
Ahir.
Spectrum.
Rajiv Ahir.
Rajiv Ahir. For internal security, I didn't go through any book. I just read the local material available. For environment, I studied Shankar IS, that too selected topics, not everything. For economics, what I did, I went through various books and various materials, but I didn't find any one material very useful. So I went through various resources, but the best two resources to follow for economics are Economic Survey of India and the budget. These are the best two things which we need to follow. Directly questions will come in prelims and in the mains. You need to focus on budget speech and the economic survey. For art and culture, I studied Nitin Singhania sir book. For political science, I guess this material which I studied, I dropped that. I relied on topper's copy for getting my information and prepared my own notes and take two snippets from various coaching institutes, any other subject. And very importantly, for geography, for polity, for history, I studied NCRTs thoroughly. So focus on your NCRTs very thoroughly because direct questions in prelims come from NCRT. Even in last year mains, I guess one direct question came from NCRT. The question which was given in the exercises on the last of the topic. So studied this much. And any other question? Hope you are satisfied. And any other question you have before we wind up the session? You have question? You? Fine. Sir, if you want to add something.
Just conclude it. Sure.
Thank you everyone. Study hard. Enjoy your view.
Thank you so much, Yuvraj sir. Guys, huge round of applause for him. Look, just इसे conclude करते हैं. He was talking about satisfaction. He just came. ये well dress up होके तुम्हारा session लेने नहीं आए थे. Today is Monday, right? So इन्होंने ना अपने वर्क के साथ किसी को ऐसा लग रहा हो कि सर आज वर्क में आकर सेशन ले रहे हैं. बिल्कुल नहीं. पहले अपना वर्क कंप्लीट किया जो इनकी ड्यूटी है और 7 PM के बाद इन्होंने सेशन का टाइम रखा था, राइट? ये तो दिन में कर सकते थे. ऑफिस से लंच टाइम में निकल जाते, कर लेते, वैसा नहीं है. तो दैट्स द डेडिकेशन जो सर्विसेज में सेलेक्ट होने के बाद भी है. ये तुमको अभी करना है, ठीक है? एंड एवरीथिंग एज ही सेड इन द वेरी बिगिनिंग ऑफ हिज सेशन कि ही इज नॉट बीइंग स्पॉन्सर्ड. हम कोई उनको पैसे नहीं दे रहे हैं, समोसे भी नहीं खिलाए, तुम लोगों को समोसे भी नहीं खिलाए, राइट? तो वो जो भी बोल रहे थे ना कि तुम मेरी बुक पढ़ो, आशीर्वाद सर की पढ़ो, या हम जो करवा रहे हैं, बार-बार पीवाईक्यू एनालिसिस बोल रहे थे. So we have PYQ analysis for them on YouTube. Right now we are doing for prelims, NCRT series भी है, and then we will continue it for mains as well, जो पहले हो रहा था. तो ये सब इनको बोल के नहीं भेजा गया था कि आप ये बोलना. What he said is actually the need for examination. But तुम लोग क्या करते हो? उसको छोड़कर बाकी सब करते हैं. तो वहां से ना यहाँ पहुंचने के लिए वो गलती मत करना. कभी हम सब ने भी किया था, इन्होंने भी किया था, गलती कर करके सीख के यहाँ तक आए, तो नाउ लर्न फ्रॉम ईच एक्सपीरियंस, राइट? और वैसे भी क्या स्पॉन्सर करेंगे यार, किसान फैमिली से, तो किसान जो थे ना, एमके गांधी को महात्मा गांधी बना दिया था, राइट? कोई स्पॉन्सर वाली बात नहीं है, ही इज ऑलरेडी इन ऑल इंडिया सर्विसेज, जो कुछ भी बोला जेन्युइनली बाय हार्ट। इतने हम्बल सर्विसेज में ऑफिसर नहीं मिलते हैं, क्योंकि इतने दिन से हम पढ़ा रहे हैं ना, तो जिन स्टूडेंट्स को पढ़ा के सिलेक्ट करवाते हैं उनके तेवर बदल जाते हैं, तो ये तो स्टूडेंट भी नहीं है, बट फिर भी इतने हम्बल है। यहाँ तुम्हारे सामने नहीं, हमारे सामने भी जब लास्ट वीक मिले थे, प्रशांत सर के तो कॉलेज के जूनियर है, पहले से जानते हैं, हमसे तो लास्ट वीक मिले, बट इतना अच्छा इंटरेक्शन है कि सेम ही कॉलेज से पास आउट। सो जस्ट फॉलो हिज गाइडेंस, राइट? बाकी हम लोग तो रोज मिलेंगे क्लास में। सो थैंक यू अगेन, थैंक यू सो मच। एंड टेस्ट स्टार्ट हो गया तुम लोगों का, तो लास्ट टेस्ट का एनालिसिस मैंने यूट्यूब पर डाला था, उसके 30 क्वेश्चंस कुछ बाकी होंगे हिस्ट्री के लास्ट वाले। आज मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री का हुआ है, सो व्हाट आई एम थिंकिंग कि कल टेस्ट नहीं है ना, लाइव डिस्कशन कर लेते हैं एक बार, तुम्हारा इवैल्यूएट हो जाएगा कॉपी, कल या परसों एक बार लाइव डिस्कशन कर लेते हैं, है ना? मॉर्निंग क्रैश कोर्स से अभी भी तो फुर्सत मिली हमारी, उसी टाइम में कर लेंगे, मॉर्निंग में या डे टाइम में कभी, ताकि कहाँ पे गलती कर रहे हो तुम टेस्ट में, अगले टेस्ट से पहले वो आइडेंटिफाई हो जाए। ओके, ऑल द बेस्ट, थैंक यू।
2 मिनट रुकना ना, एक चीज ऐड करता हूँ।
हाँ
सर आप बंद कर दीजिए इसको।
इनसे नहीं बात करना है, बस इनसे, ओके।
हो गया सर? ऑफ रिकॉर्डिंग करता हूँ यार। मोस्ट ऑफ टाइम हम लोग को क्या लगता है कि
एंड कर दो, से ज्यादा
क्लास आने में हमारा टाइम वेस्ट होता है, बहुतों को लगता होगा ये चीज कि क्लासेस आ रहे हैं,